Welcome back to the channel with the brand new Tyrannosaurus Rex Kiss Island 1/35 scale T-Rex. And this has just been released, I think. I couldn't find any reviews on YouTube, so this may be the first one. I hope you enjoy it. I've got lots of different lighting setups for you. Show it from all the angles. Hit the like button on this review. It'll help more people find it. Then they'll find the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I have got a dinosaur review playlist on the channel. That's it there. And there's some really good stuff on this playlist, so check it out, especially if you're into T-Rex and raptors and all the best carnivores. Spinosaurus, there's a lot of good stuff, so make sure you get stuck into the playlist and enjoy. Now, I've bought a lot of Rebor dinosaurs over the years, and this is the very first time I had such trouble with the tail. I really couldn't get the tail on this dinosaur. I had to cut away some of the connection of the tail with a scalpel to try and get it to fit in, and it still just kind of kept working its way out a little bit. There was always a gap, so I had to use a little bit of super glue and a lot of pressure. So I'm hoping that is just unique to my experience, and it's just, you know, unfortunate with the particular model that I received. I get most of my stuff on eBay from Dinosaurs for Less. Really great prices, very fast shipping, and I've got a lot of stuff from them. It's just so much fun photographing these pieces. This is just out in the back garden, and it looks like it has so much weight to it, and it does. It's a very solid piece. It's 1/35 scale, so it doesn't take up much space, but it's the perfect scale really for just cramming in as much detail as possible. The size of the scales is quite small, but there's just so much detail, and this is a repaint of Kiss and Tusk that came out a little while ago. It's the same sculpt, but with this new prehistoric planet T-Rex kind of paint scheme, and this one has lips. So this is the first Rebor T-Rex I have that has lips covering the teeth. Another issue, other than the tail being so hard to get on, was the mouth doesn't close flush, so that's unfortunate, because I was looking forward to finally having a closed mouth, kind of lips covering the teeth T-Rex, but the mouth just will not stay shut, unfortunately. That's a little Rebor diorama base that I was using. And it's Tusk, I think. Yeah, Kiss I don't have the other one of this sculpt that has lips, so I don't think I'll be getting that one. I think I'm good with these two, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same sculpt with a different paint job, but they do have differences. Tusk in the back there has the teeth showing all the time, and this new one, Island, has lips. But I do love that paint scheme on Tusk. Really, really cool. And I guess this is the most accurate, you know, as far as where we're at now, what the scientists and all those folks are saying about what a T-Rex really looks like. Maybe minus the hair. I don't know quite how much hair is supposed to be on the T-Rex, but in Prehistoric Planet they kind of had just a light kind of layer of hair on their backs and their neck, top of their head. Obviously that would be very difficult to do on these models, and would probably jack up the price considerably if they had to faff around with hair. But the arms do move, the tail does bend a little bit, and the jaw does open and close. But the wrinkle work, the scales, and I love the paint scheme on this. And from the front view, this T-Rex has a very snake-like look to it. And I was just showing you here what it looks like when the mouth is shut. It looks awesome, but unfortunately it just won't stay closed. There might be something I can do to fix it. I don't want to have to use it. I mean, if I did use a tiny speck of super glue just to keep it shut, it wouldn't really do any harm. Just around the front of the mouth there, just a tiny little speck just to keep it shut. Here is the underneath, and we've got some beautiful kind of fiery orangey red accents under the neck and by the arms. Very kind of crocodile-like look from underneath. And that's that look from the front. It looks like a snake just around the front of the mouth. I don't know, it just reminds me of a snake. It's got such heft to it, you know, it's a really heavy looking T-Rex. lot of fun to photograph. I was really excited about this arriving. It's the first new thing I've reviewed on the channel in a month. It's been a bit slow. I've got quite a cool amount of things on the way though. The NECA Howling figure is coming out soon. I've got that coming. The Mezco Art the Clown Terrifier figure, 1/12 scale, that's coming. And some custom stuff is on the way. So I'll get back at you with the reviews. But I've been doing other videos in the meantime, just to keep you guys entertained. And some of these backgrounds you can find on eBay. They're meant for Detolf 1/6 scale figure backgrounds. They're very handy for photography with these Rebor dinosaurs. But it's nice to have these two together. I may see about getting Kiss as well to go along with these two, to complete the trilogy. But just an amazing pose as well. I really love it. Everything about it. This is a really accurate Tyrannosaurus Rex. You get a look at the foot positioning here, the muscles, the skin wrinkling around the muscles, and those small little arms. Now that this has arrived, I do plan on doing a top 10 Rebor Tyrannosaurus Rex countdown very soon on the channel. So keep an eye out for that. Subscribe so you don't miss it. But I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not sure who's going to be number one at this point. I haven't really thought about it much. I've been waiting for this one to arrive because it just happened to be the 10th Rebor T-Rex I have now in the collection. So now I can do a top 10. There's that snake-like look that it has. I was surprised that I didn't see any other reviews yet. I was thinking, I think it's Andy's Dinosaur Reviews on YouTube. He's a really good one. I kept checking his channel. Haven't seen it on there yet. So they just suddenly appeared on eBay in the UK from Dinosaurs for Less. So I thought I'll swipe it up now. It's about £53. So not cheap, but because I'm a 1/6 scale collector mainly, I'm used to paying a little bit more for the figures, so this didn't feel too bad. But still, £53 considering the tail was as stressful as it is and the mouth doesn't close flush. It's a little bit disappointing, but that could just be my copy. So I'm hoping when I'm checking out other people's reviews that that's not the case for everybody. But it's absolutely stunning. Really love dinosaurs, folks. Since I was a kid. In 1980, when I was born, I saw Prehistoric Beast by Phil Tippett, and that made me love the T-Rex. And I wish there was a Prehistoric Beast style T-Rex model available. I wish Rebor would do that. There is the grab and go T-Rex, which does bear quite a strong resemblance to the Prehistoric Beast Phil Tippett T-Rex. It's quite close, not exactly, but close enough for me to kind of get away in my head with thinking that could be my representation of the Prehistoric Beast T-Rex from 1984, I think it was, or 85. But that subject will come up again in the top 10 Rebor T-Rex countdown coming up on the channel soon. So I just try to gather as many backgrounds as possible these days for, you know, when a new model like this comes along. It's nice to have some variety in your backgrounds for photography. These are actually outdoors in the garden. You can kind of tell by the lighting. It's just beautiful. Just a damn shame I can't get the mouth closed and the tail just keeps wanting to come off. Like in between shots I had to keep pushing it back on again. It just seems to want to come back off again. It's very stressful, but you know, I'm sure there's a way around it. Maybe just cut more of the connection away where it sticks in and just use some more super glue, because I don't ever intend to take the tail off again, so I don't mind super gluing it on there. Yep. I've been saying for a while in dinosaur videos that I don't really want to get into the herbivore side of things, but I do really I am craving a Triceratops to go along with some of these T-Rex and a Stegosaurus. I mean, Rebor have made so many, and not just Rebor. You've got, see, the first company I ever found was Papo, and I've got some of their T-Rex still in the collection. They did some really great stuff. So it was Papo first, and then I discovered Rebor. Then I discovered Namu and W Dragon. Possibly some other companies that I'm forgetting, but there is a lot of options out there, especially if you're after Jurassic Park style T-Rex and Raptor and Indoraptors and all that good stuff. Spinosaurus, you got some great options out there for that. And even the Mattel Jurassic Park kids toys now are starting to up their game a little bit. I saw the Ultimate Spinosaurus that they brought out recently, and you know, while it still very much looks like a toy rather than what these look like, these kind of give me that Natural History Museum model that you would see behind glass next to the skull. I remember when I was a kid going to the Natural History Museum, they had a T-Rex skull, and beside it they had this, I guess, 1/18th scale T-Rex, and it was so detailed and so incredibly painted, and I always wished that I could have got my hands on that, but yeah, who knows, might be out there somewhere. Or someone might have replicated it. But yeah, I've just been a big fan of the big lizards ever since I was a kid. Find them fascinating. Still blows my mind to think that these things were walking around on this planet before us, and what might have been if events hadn't have unfolded the way they did on Earth. Just incredible. Imagine if we had to try and coexist with these magnificent beasts. That would sure make life interesting. Well, they tapped into that with Jurassic Park and Dominion, I guess. I wasn't too keen on that film. I don't mind it too much. I like the dinosaur scenes. I'm always there for that, but I could have seen, or could have saw, not sure which one's correct out of those two. I don't script the videos, folks. You can probably tell. I just edit the video and then I strap on the headset and just talk over the top of it. But I could have gone to see Jurassic World Rebirth with my girlfriend last Saturday. But it was a Saturday, there was kids everywhere. It would have been, you know, a lot of screaming kids in the cinema with us. So we decided to go see the F1 movie instead with Brad Pitt. That turned out to be pretty good. Still going to see Jurassic Park, but just not on a Saturday where there's kids everywhere. I'll go see it with her maybe during the week or something. But I haven't heard good things about Rebirth. And from the little I've seen, because I've been staying away from all the TV spots, I don't want to ruin all the scenes with the dinosaurs, so I've been avoiding it. But I have not been hearing good things about the film. And that's a shame, because Gareth Edwards, I do like him as a director for most of his films. I mean, Godzilla was pretty damn good, and Rogue One was fantastic. So I had high hopes for Rebirth, but we'll see. Maybe I'll enjoy it. Maybe just not pay attention to all the reviews and just go in, you know. I'm just there for the dinosaurs and hopefully a good story, but that's the problem, apparently. But we'll see. That's the end of the video, folks. I highly recommend you get this piece. It's beautiful. I hope you don't have bad luck with the mouth staying closed and the tail situation. That was very frustrating, but I still highly recommend it. It's stunning. Check out my playlist of other dinosaur videos, and drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Instagram at DeanKnight333 for all the pictures. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.